Hello friends, so in this video I'm going to show you how I made this rainbow petticoat. So I started by measuring my waist and my desired length. Once I had these measurements, I cut out one piece of netting, twice my waist and half of my desired length, and two pieces, 4 times my waist and half of my desired length in each color. So the next thing I do once I have everything cut out is gather everything down to half of the size that it was. So the doubles go down to the desired waist length, and the quadruples go down to the size of the double. I start this by tying off a thread at one end of the netting, and then just hand gathering the rest of it. I've made one video explaining this already, so I probably won't go into too much detail on this, but I will leave a link to that one down in the description. And then I'm just measuring it out and tying it off at the right length. And I'm doing this with all the pieces. This is a long process, so I definitely recommend either having music or a podcast or a show or something. So once again, I'm just gathering everything down to the size that I want it to be and tying it off. And yes, I'm in my pajamas, don't lie, we all sew in our pajamas. And this is what all of those pieces gathered looks like. So there's one of the smaller ones and two of the bigger ones in each color. So once they were all gathered, I sewed them each into loops, and now I'm going to sandwich the smaller piece between two of the bigger ones, with the seams lined up like this. And this was a bit tricky to get them all lined up, so take your time and use a lot of pins. And then once I had that sewn, it looked like this. And then I stacked each of the colors, one inside the next, and pinned them all together. I also got this red sateen fabric to use for the waistband and for the liner. And honestly, it was terrible to work with and I really just wish I had used cotton. So So I cut out 2 pieces in order to make one rectangle that was about twice my waist and around my desired length. I sewed these 2 pieces together and then folded down the seam allowance and sewed that down. Next, I roll hem to one side that would be the bottom. On the other end, I did a basting stitch to gather the waist in. Once that was done, I gathered it and pinned it into the inside of the skirt. And getting this even was a bit tricky, so just go around, take your time, and use a lot of pins. Next, I cut out a waistband that was 5 inches long and the same width around as the skirt. What I did next was folded it in half and sewed a channel 1/2 inch down from the fold, 1/2 inch down from that, and 1/2 inch down from that.
My camera stopped recording for a little bit, so basically what I did was folded this in half and then folded 1/2 inch under on both sides. I went across the underside. It's a wee bit messy, but you know, it's fine. It's the underside. And basically took the folded side, folded it under, and down, top stitch across. And I'm going to do the same thing with the top side.
And then lastly, I sewed that folded edge down, leaving a gap in each of these to put elastic through. Once that was sewn, I measured a piece of elastic around my waist so that it held snug but not too tight. And then using that piece, I measured out 2 more of the same length. Using 2 safety pins, one to guide it through and one to hold it in place, I fed the piece of elastic through each of the channels, starting with the top one. I put the 2 ends together like this and then sewed the channel closed. And then all I had left to do was sew that bottom piece closed. And I was very excited to finish this at about 1 a.m. So here's what the final product looked like. It was very tedious, but definitely worth it. Let me know if you tried making this or something similar. And that's it. Be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe for more, and thanks for watching!